To say there are bad people in the world would be the understatement of the century. The things that people are capable of doing can be so revolting you can barely comprehend them. Imagine what Dr. Mengele did to all of his patients. There are countless other examples of people doing such gruesome acts. What's worse is the fact that many of these people had families and, of course, children. Some of them, as you might have guessed, took after their parents' footsteps. Others turned their lives around and never looked back. Let's see who did what and what happened to the offspring of history's most evil figures. Let's dive right in. Number 5. The Son of Mengele. We all know about the Doctor of Death at the Nazi concentration camps, who chose thousands, if not millions of people for the gas chambers and performed medical experiments on live subjects, just to see how they would react. And for all of his acts, he was never held accountable because he fled to Argentina. His relatives say they've lost contact with him, but there are rumors out there that Joseph Mengele is still alive in Brazil. A French Nazi prosecutor was obsessed with the case of Mengele, so he allegedly found evidence that Mengele was once visited by his son, Rolf Mengele, a lawyer in Freiburg, who traveled to Argentina with a false passport between August 11th and August 23rd, 1977. Number 4. Kallinger's son. As a paranoid schizophrenic, Joseph Kallinger is not a serial killer who's murdered as many people as, say, Luis Garavito or Pedro Lopez, but even a single victim is one too many. Joseph scored an 81 on his IQ test, and because of his schizophrenia, doctors recommended he be held under supervision by family members. It's not the fact that he murdered 3 people and abused 4 families, forcing them to strip and raping the member that makes him so horrible. It's not even the fact that he murdered his own son when he was very little. The thing that makes Joseph Kallinger particularly gruesome is the fact that he took his son Michael as an accomplice in all of these crimes. In the end, the father received a life sentence in prison after his plea for insanity was denied, and his son was sent to a reformatory because the judges reasoned the son was under Joseph's control. If you liked our first 2 picks, give this video a thumbs up, and just a quick heads up, the Iraqi dictator is next. Number 3. Saddam Hussein's children. The man who managed to order the killing of around 250,000 Iraqi Shia and Kurdish revolutionaries seeking to overthrow the nasty dictator has ruled Iraq with an iron fist, and to oppose the USA, he constantly attacked Israel. Uday Hussein, the oldest and first favorite son of Saddam, ran many media corporations, Iraqi TV, Babel newspaper, and the Iraqi Football Association. Despite all this, he was a delinquent and has been accused of rape, murder, car crashes, and more. His second son, Qusay Hussein, has been the right hand of the Iraqi military guard as he ordered the deaths of thousands of rebelling Marsh Arabs in order to stop the Shia from overthrowing his father. Number 2. Ted Bundy's daughter. Ted Bundy, if you haven't heard, was the charismatic smooth talker who kidnapped women, used force, raped, then finally murdered them. He was the man behind 30 homicides. There was one woman who managed to escape from him, and to this day, she considers herself lucky. His daughter was born in October 1981 while he was in prison. Her name is Rose, and her mother didn't usually talk to the press about her daughter. On one occasion, she said that Rose was a smart girl. There are rumors going around that Rose changed her last name and probably has 2 children who might not know who their grandfather is. On Quora, people are saying Rose is a Christian woman leading a happy life. Number 1. Stalin's sons and daughters. He's the ruler and the head of the Soviet Union who led the battle against Hitler in the Second World War. His Stalinism, a mixture of Marxism and Leninism, has been the reason for the death and suffering of millions under Soviet regime in Russia. His first son, Yakov, fought in the Red Army, but when he was captured by the Germans, he committed suicide. He considers his second son, Vasily, as spoiled and punished his behavior. As for his daughter Svetlana, they had a very close relationship in the beginning, but being the stubborn dictator he was, he caused problems with Svetlana's potential suitors, which turned their relationship sour. After his death, Svetlana changed her name and moved to the U.S. That's our creepy little list, guys. Do you know of any children of serial killers that we forgot to mention here who took after their parents? Tell us in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to never miss an upload. And as always, thanks for watching.